Welcome back to Creepy Crawler's Garage and another daily update. We've been doing a lot of weathering and painting on both the TRX project and the Ripsaw project. So let's head into the garage and take a look. Don't go anywhere. So I thought we'd start with the TRX and taking a look at the cage that we've been working on. So we had finalized building the cage, and then we had painted it brown, and it seemed like everybody was pretty happy with the brown color as a contrast, a bit of a contrast to the black of the body. So I've left it brown, but I started really weathering it up. So I started adding some rust, started adding some metal showing through, and a lot of just roughness to the cage, like it's old. It's old weathered bars that we've sourced and built a cage out of, and then it's even weathered even more while we're out in an apocalyptic world. It's taken even more damage and weathering. So anyways, I've got it, I think, to the point where I like it. I think this is pretty good, so I'll be actually putting this back on the truck here in a bit. I had to re-glue a few things, so that's drying up right now. As soon as that's done, I'll reinstall it on the truck. We'll have this all back together tomorrow for tomorrow's update. But I just wanted to give you guys a look at it before I do all that, just as with it off the truck, so you can see kind of what we've done as far as the weathering goes. I also took some advice and threw some red stains on it, kind of like we did on the front bumper, but it had some red stains kind of splattered on it. Because of course, if you get, what's probably blood stains on your cage, you're not going to wash them off. You leave those to intimidate others. So we'll leave these red stains on the cage. But basically that's what it's going to look like finished. Of course, the missile launcher will go back in. I'll put the servo back in and all that. The tire will sit back here, but we'll see all that reassembled tomorrow. I just kind of ran out of time today for reassembly, so I thought I'd show it to you with it off the truck. And also with the TRX-4, I think I've got, in fact, let me just pull the body off. I think I've got the camo paint where I want it. So you can see I've just been slowly with some high grit paper, kind of sanding back and taking some of the, putting some wear marks, I guess you would say, some weathering marks or wear marks into the camo on the side of the truck. You can see, so I put some wear up front here, places where I thought you'd get a little bit of wear and damage. And in fact, on the driver's side, I went a little heavier because I figured you'd be entering and exiting the driver's side more often. So I added a little bit more weathering on this side, or a little bit more wear on this side. Anyways, let me know what you think. I think that's about as far as I'm going to take it, as far as wearing back the camo. I think that's about where I'm going to leave it. And now we'll start adding weathering on top of all of this. So I'll give all of this a matte clear coat later on this evening, and then we'll start adding the weathering on top of this as a whole. Oh, I actually not. I need to put in the logos, don't I? So actually, I'll add the shop logos, then we'll start weathering on top of it. But anyways, let me know what you think about the camo. I think I'm going to leave it at about this stage. Also been working on the Ripsaw project, and basically we got to get a base of paint on here. So whatever that paint scheme is, that's what I'm working on getting done before we start adding all the melee weapons on this. So what I've done is, and go check out the old daily updates to see kind of how we got to this point prior to the flames being put on. But what I've done now is added some kind of what I wanted to look like home done or home painted flames like you would do on an old hot rod, just on the hood and off the back of the back wheels. And then it's also been weathered. So the sun's been beating on it. And as an outsider's car, it's out in the apocalypse, just getting kind of weathered and beaten down. We've also got this dent. I keep forgetting to mention it. So this dent is here. It came with the car when I got it, which I really like the dent. I think it looks very natural and I really like it. But I will be pulling this out some at the end. So bringing in some metal and some rust and whatnot in this area, like it's been dented and the paint's come off. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that too. That's going to be done. And then I will be adding a little bit more detail to the design of the paint. So I'm thinking about adding teeth up front, just as a little detail. I think I'm going to add maybe like some little truck logos lined up here like it's taken out some trucks like you would do on an old warplane. You know, they would have the little flags or whatever. I think I'm gonna do some truck logos, like that's they're bragging about how many other vehicles they've destroyed or something. So I think I'll do that. Maybe a few other little things to it. But for the most part, I think the major paint I wanted to do was like this flame look. So let me know what you think about it. I know I don't think I really mentioned that that's what we were gonna do. So I wanted to get your input if that's what you think and how you like it. And then, of course, once all this is done, I'll matte the whole thing again, and then we're going to add some heavy weather on it. So I want this to really look like it's been out in the apocalypse. It's out in the dust. It's out in the grime. So it's going to get a lot of dust and a lot of grime on it. And then we're going to start adding all the melee stuff, which I think is going to really set it off and make it cool and have it live up to its name, Ripsaw. So anyways, let me know what you think so far. Again, if you want to see how we got to this point, make sure and go check out the old daily updates. And then, of course, stay tuned because we've got more coming with it. But let me know what you think down below. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is the city that we're going to be building, or the sets for the cities that we're going to be building. And I got a lot of great suggestions in yesterday's episode down in the comments section about what kind of buildings we should be putting in those city blocks that we're going to be driving through. Everything from bars to apartment buildings, just all kinds of great suggestions. But the one that really stood out to me actually wasn't even a building. It's another vehicle. And the suggestion was a food truck style arms dealer. So it's basically your arms dealer in a food truck. So you go to the food truck and that's where you buy your guns, and your missiles and your ammo. And I love this idea because for two reasons. One, it's another build we get to do. It's another vehicle we can build, which is just a lot of fun. I know, at least I hope you guys enjoy watching that. And I really enjoy doing them. But also it does actually act as a structure or building because it'll be just parked on the street. So that's great too. It's going to kind of kill two birds with one stone. And we're going to have a character for the story, or we can have a character for the story in the truck. So the arms dealer, he can have his own story also. So that's another, I guess, three things that are going to be great to go this route. So I think it's something I'm definitely going to do. Now, what I need from you guys is that I need to build a food truck. So I know you guys out there have tons of experience with all different RC vehicles, and I mean, just great ideas. So if you have any suggestion, what would be the best base to build a food truck off of, let me know in the comment section. I don't know if something like that maybe even already exists, or there's a body or even a toy grade body that's like a food truck, or like I don't know what would work best. I know the van bodies have become very popular, but I don't know if we could necessarily build a food truck off of a van or not. Let me know if you have any suggestions down in the comment section. What would be best to build that food truck off of? We need, basically it has to have that opening side window where somebody's standing inside looking out the window. It's got to have all that. I think that would be perfect. We could do some awesome signage for it. I really am, I'm excited about doing this, but I need, if you have any idea, could really use your help, just what to base the food truck build off of, the base for it. And of course, I'll do a bunch of research myself, but let me know if you have any ideas down in the comment section. I really would appreciate it. Thanks for joining me again here in the garage for another daily update, and thanks for all the support on this series. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for the support on the upcoming series, CCG 3000 AD. A lot of people have been voicing their opinion that they're really excited about that series coming up at the end of this year. So I really do appreciate that. It lets me know that I'm going the right direction. So I appreciate all that support on the upcoming series and here on the daily updates. Leave me those suggestions down below. I love reading them. I love getting them, and I love using those suggestions and what we're doing. This is a world that we're all building, that all the CCG fans, including myself and all of you out there, are building together. So I really appreciate all those ideas down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure and keep up with these. I did the math, we've only got 60 or so more episodes before the series comes out. So keep up with them. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when they come out, and you can give me your input on building this world also. So thanks for joining me again today, and I'll see you tomorrow.